Hey guys, how's it going? CoderMan here. On today's video, I want to give a quick update on the M3 and then also just talk about a couple other things in regards to the channel. So first off, as you can see, there's tons of snow behind me and, well, we're in winter. So the M3 is in the garage and I have the TL, which I've been driving and actually quite enjoying. It's kind of nice just to have a simple car that is automatic and just a lot of fun to drive. So in regards to the M3, in my last video, I had said that the battery died and people were convinced it was because I ended up not coding the battery. And I thought the same. I was like, oh, maybe because I didn't code the battery, it's not gonna work. Well, as it turns out, that's not the case. The reason that it's not working is because the key actually is comfort access, and it was too close to the garage. So what ended up happening is it actually would cause the battery to drain because basically the car thought that the key was right next to the car the whole time. So basically what that meant was that they would just basically drain the battery and I'd go to start it, it would start, but then I wouldn't let it run long enough, it wouldn't charge the battery, and it would die in my driveway. So I have AAA, but I would just jump it with the TL, and you know, I'm actually put a little bit of it in that last video. So the positive upshot is that the battery doesn't need to be charged, and it also doesn't need to be coded. Again, it still might need to be coded. I know you guys are like waiting for my car to die because I didn't code it. I did the research. I'm gonna keep doing this to see if there's any issue, and I'll be the first to tell you if there is. So for those in nice warm climates, this is what our winters look like. We've actually had quite a lot of snow for the short period of time that it's been technically not even winter yet. Problem is, can't really drive in this unless you want to crash, or if you have, you know, snow tires, which I do have for the M3. I just choose not to drive it right now and just kind of enjoy the other car. You know, one perk of where we live is that we have a lot of woods behind us, and I gotta say that it looks pretty awesome and it films really well, as you know, you can tell. So that's the latest on the M3. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about was the channel in regards to me creating content. Now the problem was that I had a different camera and it required a whole bunch of setup. So I went ahead and got a new camera to try out, see how I like it. I actually will leave a link to the channel that I learned the most about this camera. He's been super helpful, has a BMW, and has an awesome channel. So go ahead and check Justin's channel out. I'll put a link in the description below. Tell him I sent you. So the reason that I wasn't creating a lot of content was simply because I had a lot of setup, and I wasn't able to just quickly create my content and, you know, come up with an idea, go out and shoot it. So I basically went back to an all-in-one setup. I'm actually back with Canon. So for you Sony guys, I'm sorry, but you know, I really do like Canon's colors. I'm curious to, you know, let me know in the comments how this looks. It might be a little bit shaky because I don't have it on a stabilizer. I'm just holding the camera. So I'm gonna work on some things for that. Audio should be on point because I still have the same mic. And as always, just let me know how you think the content looks and sounds. Well, as you can imagine, I'm quite cold, and you probably can see from my breath that it is probably about 25 degrees. So I'm gonna cut this video kind of short. But one final thing I wanted to mention was that the rental property is going well. A couple people have messaged me in regards to that. We actually had an almost fire, and I'll be making a video on that next week. Yeah, everything's fine, nobody was hurt. It was just, you know, landlord life, and I want to obviously be transparent with you guys that it's all, you know, it's not all roses, but you know, work through that as well. But overall, it's been great, and I want to buy another one. So, you know, hopefully with work and everything and time, we'll be able to buy a second. So I appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave one below. Please subscribe if you're new here, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.